News 10 forecast first.
Good evening, Acadiana. It's cold out there, already sub-freezing here in Lafayette, sitting at 31 degrees, 32 New Iberia, already upper 20s across much of the Highway 190 corridor. More in your forecast coming up in just a bit.
Tonight, Lafayette fire investigators say the oil sheen that was detected in the Vermilion River Saturday afternoon has dissolved. Plus, it's New Year's Eve. Law enforcement and business owners in the Hub City want to make sure you're not out drinking and driving. We tell you what they're doing to keep you safe. And an Opelousas teen is dead tonight after a fatal crash early Sunday morning in St. Landry Parish.
Live from Acadiana, your local news leader, this is KLFY News 10 at 10.
Hello, Acadiana. I'm Dalford Jones, and this is your Weekend Report. I'd like to begin tonight by thanking you all for joining us here on the weekend during 2017. I hope that your 2018 is filled with prosperity and love. If you can tell, I'm between a ball and work, so let's get right to your news. First on 10 tonight, one person was killed and 2 others injured in a fiery crash early Sunday morning in St. Landry Parish. Now, it happened on LA 103 near Freelow Cove Road. Police say 18-year-old Ethan Thibodeau of Opelousas was driving south when his vehicle traveled off of the roadway, struck a tree, and burst into flames. 2 passengers were in the vehicle at the time, and they were wearing seatbelts and sustained minor injuries. Due to fire, it's unknown at this time if Thibodeau was wearing his safety belt. The crash is under investigation. And we've got an update for you. Lafayette fire investigators say the oil sheen detected in the Vermilion River Saturday afternoon has dissolved. Fire department spokesperson Alton Trahan said when crews arrived Sunday morning, the river was clear of any oil. Trahan said a sampling of the residue taken last night indicated a light hydrocarbon solvent compound. He said his office will continue to monitor the river over the next few days. New Year's Eve is a time to celebrate the past year as well as new beginnings. Now, unfortunately, it's also common for people to get behind the wheel after drinking. News 10's Rebecca Meadow-Keene spoke to the Lafayette Police Department about how they're preparing for tonight.
Since 2011, the number of alcohol-impaired driving deaths on New Year's has steadily increased. I spoke to Officer Carl Ratcliffe, who tells me he wants people to enjoy their night, but to do so responsibly.
Hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday and just be responsible when you're going out and enjoy yourself, but just try to stay safe.
Ratcliffe says he knows New Year's Eve is a night when a lot of people tend to drive while intoxicated, so they plan to take the necessary precautions.
You know, this is going to be one of the main times of year people are going to go out and be looking to have a good time. And just because of those circumstances, we're even more so out on the lookout and just trying to make sure everybody has a safe holiday and makes it into the new year safe.
While Lafayette police don't plan on having DWI checkpoints, there will be a heavy police presence around town.
We will have officers out doing what we call saturation patrols, looking for intoxicated drivers, trying to keep those drivers off the roadway. So they will be throughout the city in different areas, especially where we know there's going to be high traffic and a lot of people out.
Ratcliffe says there are other ways you can get home and prevent getting behind the wheel after a few drinks. Some, he suggests, rideshare services such as Uber or Lyft.
It's just so easy. You put the app on. I mean, if you got, usually it's 3 or 4 minutes, you only have to wait for somebody to come and pick you up and bring you to your destination. It's very cheap.
And he tells me spending those few dollars on a ride is definitely worth it.
It's a lot cheaper than paying court costs or paying fines or being locked up and having to deal with all of that.
So if you're out celebrating New Year's Eve tonight, make sure you find a safe ride home. Reporting in Lafayette, Rebecca Meadow-Keene, KLFY News 10.
Thanks, Rebecca. So just as a reminder for those who plan on driving, anyone found to have a BAC of at least 0.08% will be charged with a DWI. And now as we take a look at your forecast, let's check in with Live Doppler 10 Storm Team meteorologist Trevor Saunier. Trevor, frigid temperatures approaching, right?
Yeah, already sub-freezing across the area. Satellite radar, low clouds now clearing out, and that will allow temperatures to fall even further through the next few hours. Live Doppler 10 showing a quiet weather pattern. All the precip has moved out. So forecast for tomorrow, a morning start in the low to mid-20s, 27 as of 10 a.m. And then we finally get above freezing around that noon hour, 33 as of 2 p.m. And then notice maybe getting about 2 or 3 degrees above freezing tomorrow, but that's about it. 24 your low for tonight. A hard freeze warning and a wind chill advisory in effect because north winds are blowing very hard, 10 to 20, so wind chill values could be in the low to mid-teens later on tonight and through tomorrow morning. Full details on your 7-day forecast coming up. Dalford?
Thank you, Trevor. The new limit on state and local tax deductions had homeowners across the state rushing to pay their 2018 property taxes before today. Now, the deduction is currently unlimited, but will be capped at $10,000 in the new year under the new tax plan. Now, the scramble to prepay created a lot of confusion. Natasha Chen sorts through it.
The end of 2017 is in sight, and homeowners across the country are scrambling to prepay their 2018 property taxes. They're hoping to sidestep a provision in the recently passed tax law that puts a cap on income and property tax deductions. Previously, the amount you could deduct was unlimited, but under the new tax plan, filers will be limited to $10,000 a year in total. While most file for a standard deduction, 95% of those who do itemize their tax returns take the state and local tax or SALT deduction, according to Tax Foundation analysts. That's especially true for people who live in states with higher property taxes.
We are going to be paying a lot more in taxes in California, so I want to get as many deductions as I can in 2017.
So rather than miss out on those deductions next year, homeowners are looking to prepay and try to claim it on their 2017 return and get the full deduction. The governor of New York issued an executive order last week authorizing all local governments to allow people to pay at least a portion of their 2018 property bill early.
This tax provision hits the blue states by eliminating the state and local tax deductibility and uses that money to finance the tax cut in the red states.
But not every state or city allows you to prepay. Tax experts say you should prepay early only if you have enough money saved. You usually itemize your taxes, you usually pay more than $10,000 in overall state and local taxes, and you are not subject to the alternative minimum tax, which limits what you can deduct.
And it's all about deductions.
In Washington, I'm Natasha Chen.
4 officers killed and 1 in the line of 4 officers wounded and 1 killed in the line of duty. Get that story later in the show.
One of the coldest 7-day forecasts I've seen in quite some time. It's coming up right after the break.
When severe weather strikes, you can rest assured that the live Doppler 10 storm team is in control. Watch KLFY News 10, Acadiana's local weather leader.
A brand new 2018 Toyota Camry, boom, for a $3,000 discount plus 0.9% financing for 72 months. Tell your friends and family, hurry, Hampton has it.
When that whale come in and started blowing, I said, there ain't but one thing I can do is try to jump. And when I landed, that was it. I couldn't move, couldn't do nothing. I wasn't able to do nothing for a long, long time. I was so broke up. I needed somebody who knew the oil field that you could talk to.
We took on the company and got Johnny the right settlement.
My life, my livelihood, everything was on the line. My wife and I made the right choice.
DiMaggio, Wright, Roy, and Edwards.
A brand new 2018 Toyota Camry, boom, for a $3,000 discount plus 0.9% financing for 72 months. Tell your friends and family, hurry, Hampton has it.
Do you have a story you want KLFY News team to investigate?
Questions that need answers? Dial Dalford at 262-0868.
Dalford Jones, your friend in Acadiana, only on KLFY News 10. You're watching KLFY News 10, Acadiana's local news leader. Now, here's the live Doppler storm team, meteorologist Trevor Saunier.
Welcome back. Very cold air as we head through tonight and through the next few days. Let's take a look at some of those weather headlines for tonight. The Arctic blast has arrived in Acadiana, setting the stage for a very cold New Year's, and it could be pipe busting cold as well. Live Doppler 10, quiet conditions now. All the precip has moved out. A lot of the water that was on the roads earlier has sort of evaporated. That's good news. Not really expecting any travel issues in terms of icing for tonight. Clouds clearing out, so temperatures temperatures will be falling very quickly, but more clouds across Texas, even some snow flurries showing up near College Station and across the Texas Hill Country. I don't think we'll see that for tonight. 31 degrees currently in Lafayette, 32 New Iberia, 28 in Opelousas, and temperatures will be falling to the 20s area-wide through the next 2 to 4 hours. 25 your morning start as of 8 a.m., 27 as of 10 a.m. A hard freeze warning is in effect for tonight. 32 as of noon, finally getting above that freezing mark at noon, and then not getting all that much above it. 33, 34 possibly as we head through tomorrow afternoon with cold air eviction, and that cold air will continue to come in from the north through most of tomorrow afternoon. Clear skies for tonight, and then for tomorrow, model trying to show some clouds coming in. Really not seeing it though, maybe some high clouds coming in at times, but that's about it. And then 5:30 tomorrow, notice clear skies across the area, and that continues as we head through Tuesday morning with another very cold night ahead. Temperatures in the mid-20s as we head through 1:30, and then notice easily in the low to mid-20s for tomorrow morning. Model trying to show temperatures getting to 34 or 35 tomorrow afternoon, and then falling right back into the 20s for tomorrow night. And tomorrow night could be even colder than tonight. We could possibly see upper teens to lower 20s across the area, and then maybe a touch warmer on Tuesday, if you want to call it that, with temperatures getting into the upper 30s. North winds very strong for tonight, and that will keep that wind chill factor in the area as we head through today, tomorrow, and possibly even Wednesday as well, as north winds stay very elevated. Conditions offshore getting very rough for tonight. Gale force conditions could be possible across deep water areas. Feels like temperatures in the middle teens for tonight, possibly even in the single digits when those winds will be gusting. And then as we head through tomorrow, wind chill values hovering in the 20s through most of the day, and then single digits again as we head through Tuesday morning and 20s Tuesday afternoon. So this cold air outbreak will be prolonged across the area. Protect sensitive vegetation. Make sure pets have a warm place. Be very careful with space heaters, and you will have to protect exposed pipes. Space heater safety, plug it directly into the wall 3 feet away from anything combustible. And then finally, pipe safety. Insulate those pipes, especially ones along exterior walls that are susceptible to freezing elements. Leave very slight drip in the faucet, only for high-risk pipes, and keep kitchen and bathroom cabinets open to circulate some of that warm air to the pipes. You will have to worry about the pipes over the next few nights with this Arctic outbreak. 24 your low for tonight. North winds 10 to 20. Wind chill values easily in the low to mid-teens. 35 for tomorrow. Upper teens for Tuesday morning, maybe even Wednesday morning as well. And then a moderating trend coming, a very warm 44 degrees by Friday.
Yeah, well, you got to look forward to Friday, but if you're going to be out tonight, either partying or popping fireworks, bundle up.
And layer up.
Yeah.
It will be very cold out there.
Yeah, and don't forget, don't pop those black cats in your hands, kids. Take it from somebody who knows, okay? All right.
Well, I don't know, but I feel for you.
Use the little stick thing they give you. They tell you to use it.
Yep, safety tips with Dalford Jones.
All right, we've got more news for you coming up. One deputy was killed and 4 others wounded while responding to a domestic violence call. We've got details later in the show. And later in sports, of course, we've got Bucks and Saints highlights, plus scores from around the NFC. That's later in the newscast.
Thanks for coming. Hi, guys. I think they're open.
Welcome to the final days of Toyotathon. Mom, Dad, what are you doing here?
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months, plus a $1,000 subvention bonus on the all-new 2018 Camry. Hurry in today.
You can get a great deal, too, during Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Buckle up. Are you sure you're okay to drive? My hands are on.
And take a ride.
I love you! Give it away, give it away now!
With music's biggest stars. It's Carpool Karaoke.
Hamilton. No one has more resilience or matches my tactical brilliance.
Only on The Late Late Show with James Corden.
It's bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
The Late Late Show with James Corden. Weeknights, only on KLFY News 10.
From our family at Giles Nissan to yours, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
And now pay just $13,990 on new Giles Nissan Sentras, or save $15,000 off MSRP on new Giles Nissan Titan XDs.
And again, from everyone at Giles Nissan, Merry Christmas.
Part of being a local news leader means being trusted by the community that you serve. News 10 has earned that trust by bringing you local stories that matter the most to you.
We've been watching the Channel 10 News. That's our channel of choice.
Thank you for making KLFY Acadiana's local news leader. The best weather coverage for vital local weather information 24/7. The KLFY News 10 weather app. Download it today for free for your smartphone or tablet. Add a little fun to your morning with Pawspaw 2, only on KLFY News 10.
A very tragic New Year's Eve day for law enforcement officials in Douglas County, Colorado. 5 were shot by a suspect and 1 deputy has died. Laura Podesta reports on what led up to the gunfire.
Officer shot. 4 sheriff's deputies and 1 police officer were shot Sunday while responding to a domestic disturbance at this apartment complex 16 miles south of Denver. 29-year-old deputy Zachary Parrish died from his injuries. He leaves behind a wife and 2 young children.
We are deeply saddened by the loss of Zachary. When I sat with his wife and held her hand, I could see in her eyes her life is over.
The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says 2 civilians were also shot by the suspected gunman, who fired an estimated 100 rounds. The suspect was killed by return fire.
The only thing I'm going to talk about the suspect at this point, because we do not have him positively identified through the coroner's office. We are familiar with him.
Honestly, it's a little bit unsettling. So, again, it's one of those things where it's just be vigilant, Learn who your neighbors are.
On Twitter, President Trump wrote, "My deepest condolences to the victims of the terrible shooting in Douglas County and their families. We love our police and law enforcement. God bless them all." Deputy Parrish was a 7-month veteran of the Sheriff's Department. In the hours after the shooting, law enforcement officials on motorcycles and in patrol cars escorted his body from the hospital. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
The 4 other law enforcement officials shot are in stable condition at area hospitals. Coming up, find out what doctors are doing to alleviate low back pain among Americans. And a long-time project is nearing completion in St. Mary Parish. Details straight ahead.
The year-end savings event is going on now at Courtesy Ford South in Abbeville. Right now, get $12,000 off MSRP on all 2018 F-150 Super Cruise in stock. Courtesy Ford South in Abbeville.
Do you have a story you want KLFY News team to investigate?
Questions that need answers? Dial Dalfred at 262-0868.
Dial Dalfred, getting to the bottom of situations happening right outside your door and making sure that you're in the loop. Dalfred Jones, finding the right information every time to make sure that you have the answers you deserve. Dalfred Jones, your friend in Acadiana, only on KLFY News 10.
The opposite direction.
Giles Automotive and KLFY News 10 are teaming up to bring you the Acadiana Community Heroes Program. There are many hardworking people in Acadiana who sacrifice their time and energy to better our community. Each month, News 10 and Giles Automotive will award one of those local heroes with $3,000. Do you know someone whose dedication to our community has earned them the title of Acadiana Hero? Log on to KLFY.com to nominate your hero today.
The year-end savings event is going on now at Courtesy Ford South in Abbeville. Right now, get $12,000 off MSRP on all 2018 F-150 Super Cruise in stock. Courtesy Ford South in Abbeville.
Late nights just got earlier. Watch The Late Late Show weeknights on KLFY News 10, an all-new time. We'll see you there.
James Corden, only on KLFY News 10.
Welcome back. 31 million Americans experience low back pain at any given time, according to health professionals. And to help alleviate that pain, many turn to prescription pain medication, steroid injections, and even major surgery. News 10 anchor Megan Kelly tells us what Louisiana physicians are doing to relieve back pain in a less invasive way. It's a story you'll see only on 10.
Back pain is the second most common reason for visits to the doctor's office, with Americans spending at least $50 billion a year on relief. That's according to the American Chiropractic Association. And now doctors are using smaller procedures to help knock out back pain for good.
I mean, I couldn't even stand at the stove to cook.
It hurt so bad.
Terry Rogers was a nursing home aide, helping residents with daily tasks. It all changed, though, after she was injured on the job.
I was holding over a resident, and he was having a bad day that day, I guess. And he was pushing back, and me pushing and him pushing, and I felt something pop in my lower back.
That's when she went to the International Spine Institute and met orthopedic surgeon Dr. Marco Rodriguez. He recommended Rogers undergo a spinal fusion.
Instead of being laid up in a hospital for 3 to 6 months in the old days, now we're minimizing to smaller and smaller surgeries that go home the same day, half-inch incision.
Dr. Rodriguez says he made only 2 incisions, then used a camera to find the source of pain.
We can actually put that camera down, look for that nerve branch, separate the nerve. So now there's no dead nerve or pathway or graft where that nerve can grow right back to it.
Dr. Rodriguez says the procedure is catching on for doctors, with patients more comfortable undergoing the smaller surgery.
People are more willing to make that jump to surgery as opposed to pain management for years and years and years with shot after shot after shot. They finally are fed up and say, okay, for that, I'm willing to have surgery and get over the hump and move on from this.
Rogers says she's getting better every day. She can't go back to work, but says she's just happy to be pain-free.
It did break my heart on that, though, but I mean, it is what it is. I had to take care of myself.
For more information on relieving back pain, visit our website, klfy.com. I'm Megan Kelly, KLFY News 10.
Thanks, Megan. Now, the DOTD continues to do a lot of work on Highway 90. Many projects are being done to transform the highway into Interstate 49 South. News 10 anchor Rob Mackel tells us about a safety project on Highway 90 that runs from Calumet to Berwick. It's a story you'll see only on 10.
Motorists heading to the Morgan City area on Highway 90 have noticed lots of changes in St. Mary Parish. Since the beginning of this year, the DOTD has put in more than 30 J-turns and gotten rid of some of the intersections with signals.
What we found in other projects is that we get about a 30% reduction in crashes and about a 50% reduction in injuries. So we make the roadway much safer.
The $16 million project runs from Wax Lake Outlet near Calumet to Berwick. DOTD District Administrator Bill Oliver says US 90 has had many accidents and several fatalities over the years. The J-turn project offers many improvements.
We eliminate most of the left turns coming across the road, so you reduce the conflict points. And it makes it much safer in that you have less right angle incidences and crashes, which are the really severe crashes.
They're also building deceleration lanes into the J-turns, which allow traffic to slow down.
So you get the trucks out of the roadway instead of them coming across the road and the trailers hanging over the roadway.
You could call the J-turn project a temporary fix, but it could be a while until there's a permanent one. This section of Highway 90 is part of the future I-49 South corridor. Once the road opens as an interstate, the J-turns will be gone.
We'll remove all those J-turns because we'll have a fully control access highway with interchanges and ramps.
Thanks, Rob. Now, the J-turn project is 11 miles long. The DOTD says the work is essentially done. Crews are cleaning up and doing the finishing touches before final inspection in just a few weeks. Saints fans, you still there? Well, if you are, I'm sure that blood pressure is through the roof. News 10 anchor Logan Reaver has the highlights next in sports.
Automatic emergency braking.
It stopped for you.
Standard on Nissan's most popular models. Hurry, the 2017s are almost gone. Save up to $4,300 on the 2017 Altima, or save up to $2,500 on the 2017 Sentra. See Star Wars The Last Jedi, now playing.
Introducing the KLFY News 10 weather app. It tells you everything you need to know about your local weather. It's easy to use and features real-time radar. Swipe to current weather conditions with forecasts set to your home and favorite locations. And because your safety matters to us, you'll know when severe weather is approaching. The best weather coverage for vital local weather information 24/7. The KLFY News 10 weather app. Download it today for free for your smartphone or tablet.
CVS weekends are better than ever because we've got the CVS Dream Team.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
With Brandon McMillan, Lucky Dog,
Good girl.
Chris Brown, Dr. Chris Pet Vet, and The Open Road with Dr. Chris.
Be prepared to be surprised.
Brooke Burke-Charvet, Chicken Soup for the Soul's Hidden Heroes, The Inspectors.
That's what I'd consider a win.
Mo Rocca and the Henry Ford's Innovation Nation.
Let's get ready to roll.
Watch all new episodes of the CVS Dream Team. It's epic. Weekends on CBS.
Download the KLFY News 10 app for free right now. And always get breaking news alerts wherever you are. From the KLFY News 10 Sports Center, we are Acadiana's local sports leader.
Good evening and welcome in. If you're the Saints, you're already in, all right? You're playing just to keep the mojo going and maybe even get a little worse of a team seeding-wise as an opponent. The last thing you need is a Debbie Downer. And while Debbie and her friends sure came out to the playground in Tampa, we start early from Raymond James with the little engine that could. That engine happens to be the Toyota Camry. Rev that thing on up, and clearly no Bucks wanted it dented, untouched to the house. Goes into Salt Bay mode for a finish. Check the fingers there. Jameis Winston. This whole turnover issue thing, yeah, the Saints aren't therapists. They're enablers. 3 picks on the day. Marcus Williams with this one. This is when things turn, though. Hashtag turning point. Tommy Lee Lewis, and he gives up the goods. Bucks hop in front, and Sean Payton is going to be a mad parent when Tommy Lee doesn't do the chores right. They would counter. Breeze, so good in the fourth. Zach Line, and back on top. But then this. 15 seconds to go, and Jameis makes a play that you just can't let happen. Situational crumble, about as devastating a close as it gets. 31-24 your final. Now, as tough as that pill is to swallow, nothing changes really. Yeah, you could have moved up to 3 and played Atlanta, but either way, you're going to face an NFC South rival. Good news is you're playing the one you've beaten twice, but also beating a team 3 times in 1 year is yikes. That kickoff will be on Sunday afternoon at 3:40 from the Dome. Both Cajun Hoops teams in action today, both traveling to Arkansas State, and not often you go 2-0 on the day, but the Cajuns were feeling themselves this afternoon. First with the men, 10-point W. Frank Bartley providing a massive spark and pours in 23, including 4 tray balls. They close out 2017 at 12-3. As for the women, same court, same result. Nakia Jones, great on the court, even better off of it. That girl is hilarious. She shoots over 60% and puts in a career high to give UL their first conference win of the year. Tigers ring in the new year by finishing theirs, set to square off against Notre Dame at noon tomorrow. Go Nation reporter Ashley Lyotis is in Orlando, where we hear from the coaches on the night before the program's clash.
This is Louisiana Go Nation. Brought to you by Spencer Callahan.
Both head coaches addressed the media for the final time before Monday's matchup. Ahead of what's expected to be a pretty heated game, they tried to keep it pretty light today.
We got half of the shoulder. Yeah, he's coming. We wrestled back there. He's getting up. Maybe other is.
And Coach Ogeron, if you'll just disclose all your game plans, there won't be too many questions for you today.
Stop the run. Ditto. We're done.
Left guard and left tackle. Can't keep my eyes off of them. The best combo I've ever been against. And they're not only good players, they're well coached.
Nothing compares to it. You know, you get your occasional, kick the line here and Xerox check it over to this side, but the amount of shifting and motioning and Xerox motioning, it's difficult to defend.
Both teams will have walkthroughs today, and the next time we see them will be Monday at Camping World Stadium. Reporting in Orlando for your Go Nation Report, I'm Ashley Lyotis.
You know, everybody looks forward to the offseason for different reasons. I feel like Coach O needs the offseason just for his voice alone, just to keep that going. Because if he keeps that going all year, there's no way he can do it. It's impossible, right?
Well, I don't know. He seems like a pretty dedicated guy.
He definitely is, but he's got to give the pipes a little bit of rest.
All right. Thank you, Logan. All right, up next, Trevor has one final look at weather, and some pretty cool things happen when the temperature drops. We'll show you one right after the break.
A brand new 2018 Toyota Camry, boom, for a $3,000 discount plus 0.9% financing for 72 months. Tell your friends and family, hurry, Hampton has it.
Olin's New Year's sale is our biggest furniture blowout. Everything's on sale. All FlexSteel power reclining furniture. All Tricia Yearwood Home. All Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. All adjustable mattress sets. It's your last chance to get 5 years no interest at Olin's and Olin's Mattress Superstores. Don't miss the biggest furniture blowout of the year. Hurry, Olin's New Year's sale ends Monday.
Specializing in personal injury and offshore accidents is more than just a job for us. It's about helping to restore a sense of self-worth and security to those who have trusted us to represent them. It's a good feeling to make a real difference in the lives of people seriously hurt through no fault of their own. The right specialist, the right lawyers. DiMaggio, Wright, Roy, and Edwards. The right choice.
Attention all furniture and mattress shoppers. Home Furniture announces a sale so big we only do it once a year. It's New Year's Sale 2018, and it's one big day only. Monday only, from high noon till 6 p.m. only. It's special reductions on every piece of new furniture, on every accessory, and on every Beauty Rest and Serta mattress. It's unequaled heart-pounding savings along with America's best no-interest financing. New Year's Sale 2018. One day only. Monday only at Home Furniture.
A brand new 2018 Toyota Camry, boom, for a $3,000 discount plus 0.9% financing for 72 months. Tell your friends and family, hurry, Hampton has it.
7-day forecast shows a very cold few days ahead. 35 for tomorrow, 37 Tuesday, and then highs finally back in the 40s Thursday and Friday. And then take a look at this, 67 degrees by next Sunday.
All right, thank you, Trevor. So I figured with the cold weather getting closer, this video would be fitting. Now take a look at this, as Trevor said. What you're seeing is a video of a bubble freezing. Now, it was captured in Columbus, Ohio just 2 days ago. Now, they didn't say what the temperature was at the time of the recording, but you know I had to find out. Question for you guys. How cold would it have to be to see that bubble freeze?
You didn't tell me that there was going to be science tonight.
I know Trevor knows.
Well, I mean, I know the freezing mark. Is that what you're...
Which is?
32 degrees.
That's it. That's
wow,
it.
yeah, that was probably
I tried to stump you.
That's something everybody's got.
Or 0 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, so with the little research I did, it was actually 29 degrees was the high on the 29th, and 14 was the low. 22 was the high, 14 was the low. That was in Columbus on the 29th.
I want to know if there's people that are just bubble watchers, like bubble freezer, like freeze watchers. You know what I mean? Because clearly this seems like a hobby.
After this, I would become a bubble freeze watcher.
Really?
Yeah, look at it.
You're going to have to dedicate a lot of time to this, don't you think?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You also have to move.
Get the popcorn out, man. I loved it. It was awesome.
Well, I guess he's going somewhere else on this map.
Yeah. Oh, before I forget, I want to wish a very happy new year to everyone that helps put the show together on the weekend. When I say everyone, I mean all 6 people, including Patrick, our director, Ross in Master Control, Dion, who does the production and the web work, and of course, these wonderful guys on the weekend. So thank you all.
Of course.
Appreciate you in 2017.
A lot of jobs to make this all happen, so we appreciate it.
Absolutely, and I hope that you all have a prosperous and safe and just a love-filled 2018. Got about an hour and some change, hour 20 to the new year.
East Coasters getting ready, but
yeah, right.
We'll sit patiently.
Yeah. Enjoy our central seat.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
That's how it goes.
Thanks, guys. That does it for us tonight on News 10 at 10. You can join us tomorrow morning for Pop Spot 2 at 4:30. Have a great night and a happy new year.